Transformers vs. the Terminator Issue 1 heads to Los Angeles in the year 2029, where a disguised Terminator evades explosions and the searchlights following him. Making his way through the hunter-killers and the tanks, he manages to get to the destroyed Big Jeff's fast food building, where he is confronted by another Terminator. He identifies himself to the Terminator in binary and asks the Terminator to switch to English since he requires practice. The Terminator takes him down an elevator where they descend into Omega Base, the Skynet facility which is the last stronghold of the Resistance. Passing the giant robots being built, the Terminator goes to the time displacement device, which has been tuned to maximum historical insertion. Stripping naked for his trip, the Terminator asks how far he will be going back, but the cyborg doesn't know, since once he has been inserted into history, he will have to make his way to the target alone, since he will be no longer connected to Skynet. Soon there is a rumbling as above, the Decepticons launch an attack on the base. The evil Transformers, led by Starscream, call in the Insecticons to find a way into the base, and quickly they do, giving the Decepticons a hole which they flood through, battling the Terminators. Starscream kills one of the giant Terminator robots, telling them that slave bots are no good if they don't know their place, but he needs one for his own collection. Soon he finds the time device, but it's too late as the Terminator is flung back through time. Angered, Starscream orders everything to be destroyed, since tonight is the night Skynet dies. The Terminator arrives in 1984 LA, where at Big Jeff's, Sarah Connor is working a dead-end job as a waitress, accidentally spilling coffee on a truck driver who is telling someone about a new gun he got, which scares Sarah since he almost hits her. The angered man leaves, refusing to pay, so Sarah goes after him, demanding he pay his tab. The man refuses, saying that if anything, she should be paying him. Sarah says the man scares her, and she doesn't scare easily, and the man wants to put that to the test, but before he can hit her, the naked Terminator stops him, telling the man to give him his clothes. The man pulls a small gun out on him, shooting the Terminator through the hand. The cyborg isn't slowed by the gunshot, killing the man and stripping him of his clothes, pointing the gun at Sarah and telling her to identify herself. Sarah tells him who she is, but the Terminator doesn't overly care, wanting to know if she knows how to get to Mount St. Hilary. Sarah knows where it is, and the smiling Terminator wants her to navigate for him. Later on, the Terminator races down the highway in the man's truck. Sarah tries to make small talk with him, but the Terminator remains silent, looking over the possible options of reply. The Terminator tells her why he's going to the mountain, telling her that he's going to prevent the end of the world and to protect Earth's population. Sarah says that he's a little late as they arrive at the mountain, finding it is about to erupt and the people in the surrounding area are being evacuated. The Terminator engages his secondary protocols, smashing through a police barricade that's keeping the people away from the mountain. Sarah tries to stop him, grabbing the wheel and yelling about being kidnapped, but she diverts the truck off a cliff, thanked by the Terminator, who says that this is a much more efficient path. Soon they reach the base of the mountain, finding a crashed spaceship and a drone that tries to scan them, but the Terminator blows it out of the sky, causing it to crash into the truck cab and into him, revealing to Sarah that he is a robot. The Terminator says that he was too late and they were scanned, meaning the alarm was sounded inside. Heading into the ship, he says that he must destroy the machine invaders, and getting out of the truck, the Terminator tells Sarah that this is the invaders' starship and the beginning of the end. Sarah asks what happens to her in the future, but the Terminator says that she never worked for Skynet and therefore she is irrelevant and her purpose has been served, and since he wasn't sent back far enough by the time device, his secondary objectives have been activated, meaning he must terminate all Cybertronians, specifically Megatron, Starscream, and the others he has found in the base, fresh from killing Optimus Prime. Transformers vs. the Terminator Issue 1 was a fun, action-packed read that threw everything I thought the plot of this story was going to be out the window almost immediately. I love the idea in this altered timeline the Terminators and Skynet are actually the good guys, kind of like the Resistance in the original Terminator timeline fighting against the Decepticons. That cool yet simple change has already really won me over, as did the final page, which sought to imply that Optimus Prime is dead in this timeline, and hence why Megatron and the other Decepticons were able to take the world over. The issue was also really funny as well, with the Terminator trying to sort of pretend to be human by smiling all the time, and I like the little part where he has to come up with a response to Sarah's questions, and one of the responses is just kill her. Thought that was pretty funny. It's meant to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator, but I'm guessing they didn't have the rights to his image or something, so he kind of looks a little off. But I really enjoyed this book, and I look forward to seeing what David Marinetti and John Barber have in store for us next. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.